Hello everyone, in this video I want to discuss a very important topic, which is whether you should go and get vaccinated by Covaxin, which is Indian made, or Covishield, which is British made. I will discuss the pros and cons of both the vaccinations, and also I want to discuss in this video the side effects of both the vaccinations, the myths and the FAQs, because I have come across many people who actually are not getting vaccinated because they have some preconceived notion as to whether it will make you impotent or it can alter your DNA and questions like that, and just because of this misconception they are not getting vaccinated, which is not right. This video will discuss a lot of things in detail. If you are looking for a particular question, you can always click on the chapters at the bottom bar, which shows you the progress. It will also show you the name of the chapter so that you can directly switch to that. So now let me discuss about the types of vaccines, because that will actually help us understand what is the difference between Covaxin and Covishield. The first kind of vaccination is inactivated vaccine. For example, Covaxin, which is developed in India. In this kind of vaccination, what is done is a virus is cultured or grown in a laboratory, but at the same time it is killed to destroy the disease producing capacity, which means it cannot go and replicate and make you COVID positive. इसको एक एनिमेशन से समझते हैं, बहुत जल्दी समझ में आएगा. An active virus is first killed, made inactive. मतलब अभी it cannot do any harm. When it enters the body, it has that RNA जो मैसेज होता है, which it gives to the body cells telling them कि दोस्त इस तरह का कोई वायरस आ सकता है and you need to make the antibodies, and hence the body develops the immunity to fight against such viruses. It will help you build the immunity without infecting you with coronavirus. The second kind of vaccination is viral vector vaccination, example Covishield or Sputnik V. In this, basically an adenovirus from chimpanzee in case of Covishield is used and the RNA is inserted into it. So the adenovirus in itself is not harmful, and when it goes into the body it transfers the message, and hence we are able to build the immunity similar to what we were able to do it in case of Covaxin or inactivated virus. Well, the third type of vaccine is mRNA, which is primarily used by Pfizer or Moderna. In this, there is no virus, just the RNA or the messenger RNA is transferred into the body. This mRNA tells the cell that this kind of virus can attack, and hence you should make the antibodies. On the screen you can see as soon as the spike proteins come out, the antibodies are generated, and hence we become immune to the same. Well, there are a couple of things which you must take note of before you get the vaccination. If be required, you may have to discuss it with the doctor or the vaccinator. I'll quickly go through all of them. If you need any details or if you have any queries, you can always leave them down in the comment and I will try to either answer them or maybe someone in the community can answer them for you. So the first one, if you are on a regular medication for any illness, you must tell them as to how long you have been taking these and what are the conditions. The second common point is if you have had a severe allergic reaction after any drug, food or any vaccine or any ingredients of the vaccine, you must tell it to the vaccinator. I will leave the list of ingredients in the description below. Well, if you have high fever, don't take the vaccination. Both Covaxin and Covishield say the same thing. Similar is the case of allergies. If you have any allergies, don't take the vaccination. If you have bleeding disorder or you are on a blood thinner, both the vaccination, Covaxin and Covishield says don't take the vaccination. Immunocompromised, which means you might be suffering from HIV, AIDS or any such disease, you must refer to your doctor before taking any vaccination. Similarly, if you are pregnant or you are breastfeeding, you can take the vaccination, but it is always better if you consult with your doctor so that they can help you or guide you in a better way. The last but not the least, if you have received any vaccination, then you must take the same vaccination. For example, if you have taken first dose of Covaxin, you should take the second dose of Covaxin only and not the Covishield vaccination. Let's discuss about who can get vaccinated. The government has made a very easy thing, which is any person above the age of 18 with effect from 1st May of 2021 in India can get vaccinated. Prior to that, it was for 45 and above. Prior to that, it was for 60 and above. This is true for both Covaxin and Covishield. The only vaccination which is available to teenagers, which is 12 years and above, is Pfizer, which has been approved by the government of US. And hence, if you are looking to get vaccinated and or you have children who are teenagers and need to be vaccinated, you'll have to go to Pfizer. Well, who should not get vaccinated? This is again a very important topic, because if you have suffered from an allergic reaction because of the first dose or because of the ingredients of this vaccination, whether it's Covaxin or Covishield, both the manufacturers say that you should not get this vaccination again. I will leave the list of ingredients in the description below so you can refer to that, and I have taken the list of ingredients from the data provided by the manufacturers directly, hence it is correct. So you can refer to the same, and in case if you feel that you are allergic to any ingredient which the vaccine may be having, please do not take the vaccination without consulting your doctor. Similarly, if you have any acute infection, may it be corona infection itself, that is COVID-19 infection, or any such infection which causes high fever, in that scenario also both the manufacturers say that you should not get the vaccination done or consult your doctor before getting this vaccination. Do comment below if you have any comments or queries, and share with your friends and family so that all of them can take benefit from this video. Now let's talk about the efficacy or how efficient the doses are. Let me refer here to the Hindustan Times articles where it says Covaxin has shown an efficacy of 78%, and if taken correctly against severe diseases, it can show an efficacy of up to 100%. Similarly, Covishield, if I talk about it, it has an overall efficacy of around 70%, but if it is administered properly, it can give an efficacy as good as 90%. Well, I recently read an article where it said that against the UK strain, which kind of gained a lot of popularity last year, both Covaxin and Covishield are effective against that. Now let's move on to the more interesting part as to how many number of doses should you take, and did you know that there may be different kind of viruses in both the doses that you take in case you are taking 2 doses, and what is the gap you should maintain between the doses. In this slide I'm not only comparing Covaxin and Covishield, but also I have taken into consideration Pfizer, Sputnik and Johnson & Johnson, because I thought this is the basic information which everyone should know. So coming to number of doses, except for Johnson & Johnson, all 4 vaccination, Covaxin, Covishield, Pfizer and Sputnik, say you need to take 2 doses, and Johnson & Johnson is the only one wherein it says only 1 dose needs to be taken. If I talk about viruses in the doses, did you know in Pfizer both the doses contain different mRNA or different kind of vaccination? Johnson & Johnson has only 1 dose, so there is no question of having different viruses in different doses. Except for these 2, Covaxin, Covishield and Sputnik V, all 3 have the similar kind of data or information or virus in their vaccination in the first dose and the second dose. It is just the gap that has to be maintained. Covaxin manufacturer says 4 weeks. However, I was recently administered with Covaxin, and the message that I got from the government was 28 to 42 days. Covishield manufacturer says 4 to 12 weeks, but recently a government guideline in India came out saying that this gap can be between 12 and 16 weeks, and Sputnik V says 3 to 12 weeks. So now you know the gap you need to administer between the 2 doses of the vaccination. Now moving on to the next part, which is very effective, and believe me, this is one of the things which actually helps a lot of people decide whether they want to go for Covaxin or Covishield, which is side effects. Well, in this slide I want to discuss the side effects which have been told by the manufacturers in their fact sheet, and there, believe me, there is a lot of data which is not yet available, hence there may be some things which may not be told by the manufacturer but known by the people. So coming to the side effects, the side effects have been divided into 3 parts, very common, which means that more than 1 people out of 10 people can have these. The first one being tiredness, pain, warmth, redness, itching, swelling or bruising where the injection was given. Both Covishield and Covaxin say yes, that this is possible, and more than 1 person out of 10 can get this. Second one is generally feeling unwell. Generally feeling unwell. Well, Covaxin is a little silent about this in its product fact sheet. However, Covishield has very clearly said that yes, it is a very common symptom and 1 out of 10 people can feel unwell. Well, coming to the next topic, which is feeling tired or fatigue. Again, Covaxin here is a little silent, it doesn't mention about it. Covishield has very clearly mentioned about the same. However, I have got a feedback from people who have been administered with Covaxin that yes, they too are feeling fatigue. Chills or feeling feverish, which means actually not having fever but just having the feeling of being feverish. Covaxin is silent, Covishield is very clear that yes, this can happen. The next one is headache. Well, in this particular case, Covaxin and Covishield both say yes, this is possible, this is a very common side effect. Feeling sick or nausea, this is something again both the manufacturers say yes, this is very common and you can have nauseating feeling. The next one is joint pain or muscle ache. Again, both of them agree that yes, this is a very common symptom. Coming to fever as a symptom, Covaxin says yes, you may develop fever. However, Covishield in this particular scenario says it is not a very common symptom, it is just a common symptom. So let me now discuss exactly what is meant by common symptoms as per Covishield. Well, Covishield says that common symptom is a symptom which may affect up to 1 people only in 10 people. So in this scenario, a lump at injection site, Covaxin has no data about it. Covishield says yes, it is possible. Coming again to fever, as I mentioned earlier, Covishield says yes, it is a common symptom, meaning 1 in 10 people can get it. Covaxin says it is a very common one. Now coming to the next one, which is being sick. Here, being sick does not mean being bimar. It means vomiting. Well, Covaxin is silent about it. Covishield says yes, 1 in 10 person may be affected as to he may throw up. And this throwing up is not after drinking. This is just a side effect of the vaccination. The last one is flu-like symptoms such as high temperature, sore throat, runny nose, coughs and chills. Well, Covaxin is silent about it. However, I have heard from people that yes, people are having these symptoms. Some of them, Covishield says yes, 1 in 10 person can have these symptoms. Uncommon, which means it may affect up to only 1 person in 100 people. So the first one here is feeling dizzy, decreased appetite, abdominal pain, enlarged lymph nodes, excessive sweating, itchy skin or rashes. In all these 5, Covaxin data sheet is silent. However, I have heard that yes, feeling dizzy and decreased appetite may be something which Covaxin administered patients may feel. Covishield is very clear in its data sheet that yes, it is uncommon, which means 1 in 100 people may have it, but it is possible. Severe allergic reaction is the one where Covaxin and Covishield both agree that yes, in 1 in 100 people, which means it is uncommon, but 1 in 100 people may have severe allergic reaction. And if you remember, as I mentioned earlier, in case if you have been administered with only 1 dose and you get a severe allergic reaction because of that dose, you must refer to your doctor and abstain yourself from getting the second dose. Guys, how many of you actually read the name of the doctor I mentioned in the last slide? Go back, read it. If you are able to understand what I am saying, leave me a comment below. In this video, I also wanted to discuss about a couple of myths and facts regarding the vaccination, because I have come across so many people who are not getting the vaccination just because of the misconceptions they are having in their mind. Well, instead of making this video long, I have made another video and I'll leave a link to the same at the end of the video and also on the screen above here. I will leave a link for the same in the description below. Please refer to that video as well. Do share that with your friends and family so that they also burst the myths and get vaccinated. If you have not yet been vaccinated, it is now mandatory in India to first get an online registration done, and only then you can be administered with the vaccination. I have made another video on how you can get yourself online registered. I will leave a link to the same on the link above and also at the end screen and in the description below. Please watch that video so that you know how to get yourself enrolled and get vaccinated. Coming to the most important part of this video, which is the conclusion, whether you should go with Covaxin, Indian made, or Covishield, British made. Well, we have already gone through the side effects which normally people do consider before selecting a vaccine. We have gone through who should get vaccinated, who should not get vaccinated. Now, because currently the situation is very bad and the vaccination is not easily available. Believe me, it took me more than 2.5 hours to just get myself registered for vaccination here in Gurgaon, Haryana, and even those slots are available in Delhi and other parts of India, but it is not easy to get your choice of desired vaccination. My recommendation right now will be, instead of weighing the pros and cons of the vaccination and then maybe just because of getting a little higher efficacy waiting for some vaccination like Pfizer, you should get whatever vaccination is available in your locality. You should get the appointment as soon as possible and get administered with the vaccination. It really doesn't matter right now if it's Covaxin or Covishield, because whether it's 70% or 80% or 90%, right now what is important is you do get immunity developed as soon as possible instead of waiting for the perfection. So well friends, I hope my message here is very clear and you will share this video with your friends and family so that all of them can actually go and get vaccinated instead of just weighing on the pros and cons. And thanks a lot for watching this video till now. Take care. Bye.